Water cutting. This is probably not so much used in demolition site because that requires a very big hydraulic pressure water pump to provide very high pressure in order to get cutting or sandblasting. Yeah. Using pneumatic drills and hammers, which means our compressor series can drive the pneumatic tools. Cleaning, air flushing, that's also from the compressors. This is, okay, I didn't mark it red, but it is actually a very good function to use air flushing for equipment maintenance, especially on construction site. There are so much dust and particles. It's more or less affecting the, let's say, hydraulic seals of your machines. It's always nice to keep it clean. Metal handling, sorting and recycling. This is the job of the magnet products. Removing train tracks and collecting metal. Probably you have seen some video on YouTube of DYNASET magnet lifting, let's say, old railway metals. This probably is not so common, but this is one of the applications which we have here. Power boosting for demolition tools. There is actually HPI and HPIC. We'll talk a little bit more later on. Hydraulic installation on vehicles. Not just on excavators, we can also install machines on trucks, on minivans, or pickup trucks. That's all possibilities because we have this HPTO. And the last one is sourcing and collecting lightweight material, HRVB. This is a relevant new product, let's say. I think we released it maybe about 2-3 months ago, after 2 to 3 years development. Yeah, so this is relevant new products, but we're gonna see a video and some introduction about it later on. So first, let's see, dust suppression. Also, I marked washing recycling stations and all machines. The key, let's say, features of this HPW dust is it creates very fine water mist, which we use it to binding with the dust particles. And it has very good water consumption. And it's very different from the water mist cannon. It has targeted dust control vs large area. And I think we have just released articles on our website. It's a comparison between mist cannon vs HPW dust products. If you're interested, you can probably get more detailed information on that, like what exactly is the good side of the HPW dust. And here I said targeted dust control vs large area. What means targeted dust control? It means the water mist is controlled to a certain direction, certain area. Our idea is HPW dust, we use it to stop the, let's say, the dust to expose to the environment, to spread out. So we stop it from spreading. And this is also very important. No extra device, vehicle, or secondary engine needed. In fact, as most of our other products, one big key, let's say, advantage of DYNASET product is we don't need a secondary engine. And in this case, your excavator or your machine will be the one equipped with this dust control device. You do not need to have a secondary vehicle. Let's say you don't need a mist cannon, you don't need a fire truck to provide the water, because you always have to pay extra vehicle, extra labor. And most of another thing is you don't need to have, let's say, secondary operator, which you have to keep communicate between different operators. As I mentioned, car being controlled by the same machine operator. So one person, one machine can do 2 people's job. And it always comes with extra power washing tool, hand washing pistol. So you can use that to clean your machines. Yeah. This is, let's say, a general look of this HPW pump products. You can see upper, there's the washing pistol and nozzles the brackets for nozzles. Each nozzle has individual features you can see here, and installation valves, taking care of hydraulic and water control, and the pump itself. And this one is probably HPW 200. And in this year, we actually announced a new HPW 160 pump. It's particularly designed for, let's say, light dust suppression purpose. And it's much smaller and also cost effective. We can take a look to short videos, see how it runs in practical. You can see the water mist is really limited on the tip of the attachment, and the dust is already falling down instead of spreading to the environment. This is what we call target dust suppression, because most dust are coming from this area where the breaker is touching. So before the dust spread, we use this dust to create sort of mist cover, or mist curtain, whatever you call it. So the dust we're not able to escape from this area. And the next video is and you can see the nozzle is sort of bit up, usually attached at the end of the boom and possibly on the attachment itself. Okay. And in today's meeting, we're not going to talk about installation. So we are basically introduce our products and application. Okay, now we see metal handling. As all of our equipment is hydraulic driven. So we use, for example, excavators on hydraulic pump. It has very fast demagnetizing time. And what exactly fast means? It means it takes less time to demagnetizing. You can spend less time to drop the material, less time waiting. So same time, you can move much faster, you can do more work. So it saves the time, let's say. It's small and compact. I could proudly say our product is the smallest and most compact on the market. Same power, we always have the smallest size. Small also means it takes much less space on the excavator itself and much easier to transport and install. And it fits, let's say, all kinds of excavators. Okay, it might be different. For Komatsu, you might need a different valve set, some small adjustment. On Caterpillar, it's a bit different. But we have basically installed on all brand excavators. And technically, let's say it's maintenance free. There is not really some spare parts like pump, you have to replace it. And as long as you keep it clean and good ventilation. And this is also very important features. No extra emission compared to diesel generator. Let's say we're using the excavator's own engine, which drives the hydraulic pump. So if the excavator is meeting the local emission standard, that means our machine is totally okay. Because usually if you use diesel generator, that diesel generator is always a bit older and it probably not meeting the emission requirements. And it's also much powerful compared to 24-volt magnet. Let's say 24-volt magnet is good. It's very easy, very compact, but the magnet field it creates, it's much weaker than our products. It means same time you can lift only like 1/5 of the material which our magnet generator could handle. You have to do extra work to handle the same amount of metal. And in fact, now we are developing and testing new products. We call it smart features. You will probably see it latest, let's say end of this year or beginning of next year, you will be able to access information of the magnet generator from your cell phone, from a tablet, wirelessly, and monitoring. And probably if there is some error happen, we will be able to diagnose it like remotely. And this is typically this family of the magnet generator product looks like. Like this top one, that's a magnet generator, and this magnet itself. So this machine is used to drive the magnet, power the magnet. You just need a cable to connect them. You can use different magnets if you can find the local good suppliers as well. And this bottom two, we call it combi magnet or HMAG. You can understand there is a magnet generator built inside of it, and they are, let's say, plug and use. You only need to plug the hydraulic hoses, let's say on the breaker lines, then you can start to use it. So you usually use them in different, let's say, situations. If your excavators are, let's say, only meant for moving the metal, I would recommend these upper solutions. You can have probably a hard attachment, a quick coupling instead of the chain, because you probably don't need to remove it. But if your excavator at the work site has multiple tasks, for example, you need dig, you need, let's say, doing some other job than magnet work, you can use this bottom one because it's very quick to attach and detach it. Here we have a video demonstration. Let's see. You can already see different kind of, let's say, connection method. The generator itself is installed on the top of that machine. And in this case, it's installed on the side, by the side of the truck. Here you can see the generator. Generator on the back of the cabin. You can see demagnetizing is very, let's say, quick. Nothing left on the magnet. Here's HMAG. Can use quick coupling, make the hard attach instead of using the chain. For example, this one. You have to consider HMAG will always have a bit extra weight in front. That's also limited. It releases the materials very fast. Okay, let's take a look at power boosting for demolition tools. In general, the idea of power boosting is if, let's say, you have 300 bar pressure or 350 bar pressure in the hydraulic system, we can lift it up to 700 bar. And let's say our solution is relevantly cost effective. So what does it mean? Why do you need to increase the pressure? It helps the attachment performance. And it also allows smaller machine use, let's say, bigger, powerful tools. and it provides additional cylinder force with significant weight increasing. The power boosting, let's say, equipment is relevantly small. It's similar to our hydraulic HPW pump series. It's installed usually on the, let's say, on the boom of the machine. It provides faster movement of attachment tools. And I will explain a bit more what means fast movement later. And we have HPI and HPIC. They are slightly different. HPI, you can understand this way. It increases the power continuously. So if you want, let's say if you have 300 bar pressure, you will get 600 or slightly more continuously during the whole process. In fact, we can increase maximum 2.18 times more. Yeah. Actually, my colleague Mikko told me one example of using it is in demolition hydraulic jack. You can use this one to power it to give it more pressure. And please notice the maximum pressure it can reach is 700 bar, and maximum flow is 30 liters per minute for the hydraulic tools. Yeah. And HPIC, okay, this is for cylinder use. That's why there is a letter C after the end of the name. Also, especially it's used for pyrolyzers or any cylinder actuator devices. Yeah. And it's a bit different from HPI. It has two working phases. Like HPI, it will just double the pressure and lower the flow. But HPIC works differently. When you trigger the HPI, it will have two working phases. The first one, HPIC will provide high flow but low pressure. So the high flow will allow the movement faster. Then when it reaches the trigger point, you set the trigger point yourself. So it's adjustable, fully adjustable. Let's say 350 bar or 400 bar. That's the set limit for the first phase and the second phase. When it reaches the pressure, the second phase will be triggered automatically. Then at this time, the pressure starts increasing and the flow starts reducing. What exactly means, we're going to see it in the video later. This is also, it's up to 700 bar output and 30 liters per minute flow. Left one is HPI look, right one is HPIC. You can see HPIC has a bit more, let's say, extra structure for presetting the trigger value. In this video, we can see a little bit explanation what exactly the HPIC, this two-phase, means. So in conclusion, the phase 1 allows the attachment to move faster, and the phase 2 allow it have more force to crack the material which you want to crack. And all this can be achieved automatically by presetting the values. Okay, the HRVB. This is a really new product, although we have been already tested for 2-3 years development. And the key component is hydraulic centrifugal fan. It provides powerful airflow or vacuum with one unit, make high volume airflow application possible in mobile usage. Again, like other machines, it doesn't need secondary engines. You only need hydraulic hoses. And makes efficient and fast recycling possible in construction site and the demolition sites. And let's say to separate different construction material, I don't really know any other, let's say, a machine can do it. Usually it's done manually or with some sort of bucket, screen bucket, but it's very limited to what they can do. But this one, it separates the lightweight material from heavy ones. And it's also pick up plastic, like I mentioned, wood, insulate, ooze, and light expanded clay aggregate. And this is what it looks like. And let's take a quick look at video to see how it runs in practical. Yes, so let's summarize this product. It basically has two functions. it can be used as a vacuum to suck the light material. It also can be used as a blower. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you very much for this short presentation. And you can scan this to leave some feedback. So, do we have any questions regarding these products we were talking about today? Hi, Bert.
Hello, I just want to say thank you, very useful for me here in South America.
You're welcome.
Yes, I work DYNASET here in Porto, South America. It's very, very useful to be able to present this to my customers. So it's,
Yeah.
I would like to say thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Of course, this is just, let's say, quite a simple introduction of what they usually do. And I've not talked about how we use it, because that's going to be the topic for the next, let's say, webinar. We talk a little bit about how you can make installation, what you should know before you do the installation. Yeah.
Good. I look forward to it.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
And see you soon.
Yeah, see you soon. Take care.
Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.